altitude that's kind of going to kick in and then feel the rest. Just short. That one shouldn't be short.
Yeah, you need to lift it. You need to hit it out in front. And with Trevor, if he's going to barrel it, he needs to keep it fair because he is trying to use it right down that line right there. That's going to be the key for him.
Ball not traveling as far as we saw in the opening round for him, and maybe this is the fatigue. 458 feet, the longest. He still's got 45 seconds to get the bonus.
Weather's been pretty consistent. Sun's not out. It started off at 88 degrees, and now we're just at 87. In the meantime, there's the sleeping giant.
$17 has been that magic number after the first round, and Story sitting here with 20 seconds to go. There's another one. That should be number 10. That has popped up straight away center field. Not going to go.
So far, his hardest hit went 110 miles per hour off his bat. The longest has been 518 off his bat.
That's tonight, not in this round, and he did not get that extra 30 seconds, so he will have only 30 more seconds to go.
Yeah, guys, when other teams have called the Rockies about the availability of Trevor Story, they've been told, look, we're not going to talk about it until after the All-Star break. The Rockies wanted to have Trevor Story to have this moment. Now with the home run derby, you would expect that by the end of this month there would be a good chance that Story's going to wind up maybe with the Mets, maybe with the Yankees, or some other contender looking for an infielder.
Yeah, another team that may consider a guy like Trevor Story would be the Chicago White Sox, who have a all-star shortstop, but they need somebody maybe at second base. And if Trevor Story would be interested in playing second base on a team that could contend, we've seen that with Marcus Semien. That may be another destination, because I know that the White Sox, Bill Schmidt is aware, they have some interest in Trevor Story in Chicago.
And how much does he really want to win? And Trevor Story wants to win.
Absolutely.
And a ball player down the stretch, if he shows that versatility and that willingness to move spots, knowing that he's one of the best also at shortstop, that just adds more value.
And he's been great in the community. He and George Springer got together, donated $150,000 to the Perfect Game Cares Foundation, creating scholarships and services that combat systemic barriers that a lot of black youth athletes and underprivileged youths face in pursuing baseball. So he's getting it done on the field and off the field. And tonight, battling Trey Mancini here in the home run derby, a line shot that won't go. There's one that will, and that's a long one. But again, no bonus time, so this will do it for Story in round number 2.
A lot of line shots. That one won't go either, and he'll end up with 12.
Yep, so 12 home runs on the board for Trey Mancini.
You can tell fatigue's a factor.
For sure.
This one, the distance wasn't there, the amount of home runs weren't, and he was also falling back on some of those swings, pitches he wanted in. Redmond did his job, just Story right now, just fatigued on it. Let's not forget, he is the host here. So there's a lot of things that
very
go
good
into
point. Cal Ripken did it in Baltimore. I mean, like all these guys do it in their cities, and you are everywhere. You're doing interviews for local TV, national TV. In fact, when you arrive at the Denver airport and get on the tram that will take you, to the transportation center, and then you get your cabs or Ubers or meet people, Trevor Story's name pops up on the train ride in. He welcomes everybody to Colorado.
That's right, he does. How about Trey Mancini right now coming up? And we looked at the first round, he hits 24 home runs. And right now, all he needs is just to get one more than half of that. And we've seen the power using the entire field in this first round.
So we start here. He does have the ability to get that bonus by hitting one 475 feet. There's another great story about Chuck Ristano on the mound and Trey Mancini. There's a guy named Ricky Palmer who was a year older and a walk-on with a tremendous sense of humor at Notre Dame. Close-knit family. Restano would say the Palmers, they were the Mancini's north. Palmer was diagnosed with a brain tumor in February of 2020, a month after Mancini arrived at spring training, and he was feeling sluggish. He was diagnosed with colon cancer. Palmer did not survive. This is the first time that Restano and Mancini have seen each other since that funeral. And through the entire chemo process, and while suffering, Palmer would call Mancini and stay focused on his health. There's a Ricky Palmer Memorial Fund that both of these guys are behind, and if he were alive, he would be screaming at the top of his lungs for Trey Mancini to match Trevor Story tonight. Six homers, still no bonus ball. That one's hit far, but not, maybe that's close.
It's close. And Trey Mancini, last time, there was 2:07 left on the clock when he asked for time. This time he's managing the time a little bit better, but he's asking for time here. With 7, he's in a really good spot to be able to catch up Trevor.
He's in a great spot. He's got a $139 plus the 30, and then we'll see if he's able to add the 30 with a 475-foot shot. Hey, Matt Olson hit the DraftKings Sportsbook sign, and that means DraftKings is going to give away 2 lucky fans are going to get a free trip to the World Series. Matt Olson drilled the DraftKings Sportsbook sign. That was the swing that hit the sign. 2 lucky fans get a free trip to the World Series. Shout out and thank you to DraftKings. That was it in right field.
How about that? Get to go to the World Series. I'm in.
Talk about the environment here for a second, Eddie. We are at a ballpark full of 50,000 people. We had none of this last year.
No, we had 0 of this last year. But look, the approach that Trey Mancini is taking here is his own game approach. 60% of his home runs have been hit straightaway center field this year. He understands that he has pop to either way.
Well, he has just not come out of that timeout very well at all, only adding 1. Trevor Story's posted 12.
Still a lot of time.
Well, a lot of pop-ups too right now. And a lot of line drives. Got to get into that pull territory, and that's a better one.
And again, no balls yet hit over 475 in this round to get that extra 30.
Why does it feel right now that everybody except Pete Alonso is feeling it?
I think because they saw him feel it. This is Pete's show. This isn't a Team Marín de los Pingües moment. This is, those 2 guys are going to go at it in a major way next round. I think Soto's trying to get him off his game.
Get inside the head of the polar bear. Here's the tying one for Mancini. The next one will move him on, and that's a shot to center, and that is going to do it. Trey Mancini knocks out Trevor Story. And that will do it for the hometown hero, Trevor Story. And what a story we have developing with Trey Mancini.
The approach of these 2, completely different. The way Trevor got to 12 home runs compared to Mancini's 13. Through the entire zone right there, not trying to pull, staying straight away, true to who he is. Foot goes down, elbow up, tight, seeing it through. Enjoy it.